Remember when you told me you believe in something and you said you're done pretending that fate is patient. Go run away, get it out of your system. Come back when you're older. Go find a place where you can't be the victim. And come back when you're older. Go catch the storm within your broken bones.
This is gonna be trying to vlog. This is gonna be the death of me. I've been trying to give you guys a update on surgery stuff for a week since my appointment. A week, and it is always something. So I gave Jackson the Nook to eat breakfast, just so I could like have a moment of quiet to record this really quick. He's watching Paw Patrol, and I get him calm. And now the dogs are acting a fool every time I try to start this vlog. So y'all just bear with me because like it's just chaos right now. So I'm going to try to get through this as fast as possible. I had my first surgery consultation with a different surgeon. The first one I was talking to is the one that found out my insurance didn't cover it. He's great. He's well known in Houston and everything, but his cash prices are just like, it makes it just not doable for me. So somebody recommended this other surgeon to me, and I went to his appointment, and his cash prices are much more doable. And he basically told me because he has a rapport with the facility, he's been using them a long time. I believe it's through Memorial Hermann. And so he's able to offer better prices. He has multiple offices in Houston, so it's not some like, shady, weird doctor. Because I don't know. Like at first I was like, why are these prices so much better? But after meeting him and actually talking to him, I feel really like, I really like him. I feel super comfortable. And yeah, I'm just like, I'm so glad I was able to meet him because now my surgery is doable. So he did explain the hormone thing to me. And then as soon as I got out of the appointment, I was like, but basically with the bypass, it's kind of the same thing when people that go in with diabetes and they come out and their diabetes is like not cured, but like in remission or whatever. Like one surgery, I don't like, part of me is like, well, whatever, like people can look into it and ask their doctor. And then another part of me is like, people are genuinely asking how that works. So I'll try. This is just so weird and personal for me. Like when I had Jackson and stuff, it was weird because it was through Memorial Hermann too, but I don't know if it was a doctor. Like when I had the hospital, when I had him, would not let me film anything until he was out. That was the hospital rule, not my doctor. And then at the doctors, like the ultrasounds and stuff, they didn't let me really record. And I've heard other people say that, and I don't know. So maybe I will ask him if I feel comfortable. Because you guys, if I just don't feel comfortable with it, my next appointment, I'm just not going to. I feel awkward, and this is so weird and personal that I don't know if I want to be like, hey, doctor, will you be on my YouTube channel and explain this to people? Anyways. So if I do, I do. If not, just ask a doctor if you're looking into it or curious. I feel like some doctors could explain. I know for sure because my OBGYN understood what my see what I mean? My OBGYN kind of understood where my endocrinologist was saying, and two endocrinologists explained it to me, but I might not, so I'm just going to leave that there. So anyways, the cash price at the other doctor was $25,000 for the bypass, $15,500 for the sleeve. So at that point I was like, this is not going to happen. So then I talked to this doctor, and his cash prices are $9,000 for the sleeve and $13,000 for the bypass, and he's able to do those prices cash because he has like a rapport with the facility. He's used them a long time. basically. So there's that. So it became much more affordable, and I really like this doctor. So that's who I'm going with. And yeah. I'm trying to think what else I need to tell y'all, because Jackson keeps singing in the background and it's so cute, but I can't remember what I was saying. What I haven't covered. So without insurance paying for it, I can have surgery whenever I want. Like as soon as it was on his schedule. He could have put me in because he was booked for December. He could have put me in at the beginning of January and I could have just had the surgery. There's no wait time. There's no lose weight before, because all that stuff is insurance requirements and I don't need it. Like I'm not relying on insurance. So, but in the new year, we are going to Disney World. We're taking Jackson for a week, and I didn't want to have it right before we go, and I didn't want to have it immediately when we came back because I do need to be on a liquid diet for a week, he said, before the surgery. And I want to give Justin a little time back at work, before he takes off again, because he's taking off for the surgery. So right now my tentative day is March 7th, and I don't need to do anything for it. It's crazy. Like that's the one. Why is he dumping syrup on his head? Oh my God. Sorry, Jackson was pouring what was left of his syrup from his pancakes onto his head, which is great because now I need to wash his hair before gymnastics class, which is, yeah, toddlers. So what was I going to tell you guys? Basically, because insurance is not paying for it, they can't dictate anything of it. They can't put these restrictions. You need to do this or that. You need to have this wait period. The only thing the doctor does do is psychological evaluations, but basically at the end of my appointment, he told me, like, I do those if I feel the patient needs it. Like, I do have that requirement, but after talking to you, I don't think you need one. I don't feel like you need one. So I don't need that. But this doctor does, like, I guess, like, as he's talking to someone, figure out if they need one before surgery. And I don't. So I really don't have to do anything. Like I said, I could have this surgery in the beginning of January if I wanted, but I don't want to walk around like just having surgery recently, or like, I don't know, be getting used to my new stomach in Disney World. I want this to be a really enjoyable vacation. Not just that, but I already paid it off. And this is the one time, because Jackson's under 3, that he's free. Like, we don't need a meal plan for him. If he was 3 or over, we'd have to buy him a meal plan too, if you're buying meal plans at the resorts. And so I got the deluxe dining so that you get 3 meals with deluxe dining. This is turning into a Disney video, but I'm still going to do a Disney video. But I got the deluxe dining, and those meals can be character dining, anything. So like, I maxed out as much as I could on character dining, like theme dining. It's mostly sitting because he's still so young. Like I feel like we need to take a lot of breaks, but that'll be a different video. But so I've already paid for that meal plan, and I don't want to and then it's like with that meal plan too, I think we can get an alcoholic beverage. Like, I just don't want to be like adjusting to a new stomach. I want that vacation to be super enjoyable. So we did wait until after vacation, and then I give Justin some time to be back at work before he takes off again. So yeah, the tentative date is March 7th, and I'm going forward with it. We are going to have to get a loan, because this isn't a situation where I'd want to use any kind of emergency savings or anything. It just, because what we're going to do is I have some money to put down on a personal loan. Like, I do have like $2,000 or $3,000 to put down. And then I'm hoping to get an unsecured personal loan from my bank with money down. And then, so we're hoping that I can just get the $13,000 and do the bypass. But if for some reason that's not going to work out, because I want to get it to where our health savings from each paycheck is paying the loan payments, if that makes sense. So like, it doesn't really affect us anyway. Like, ideally, about half of our health savings I would like to go towards a surgery, and the other half keep back for savings and medications and doctor's appointments and stuff. So we just have to see what we can do with like a personal loan, which also waiting till March gives me time to secure that. They do take care credit, but I can't stand care credit. We've had to use it before, and the interest rate is insane. And it's crazy because our credit's in the 800s, but they still want to give us a 25% or something like interest rate. It's insane. So I don't go through care credit. I'd rather get my own loan. So basically, I'm going for the bypass because that's really like what's the most recommended for my situation. And it's kind of like the gold standard too if you're like for weight loss surgery. And then if I'm just not comfortable with like where that leaves us with our health savings every month paying the loan, then I can go with the sleeve. Both the endocrinologist told me that the rapid weight loss you're going to experience with a sleeve also is going to, well, one, you're going to lose weight, but two, you're going to still have a positive effect on your hormones. So that's where we're at. I just wanted to do this update and let you guys know that's the decision we made. I see the doctor again in January. The only thing I do have to do is get clearance from my cardiologist, which I go see him in January too, and get my EKGs and like echoes, all that stuff for the year. But yeah, so really, I probably make an update video when we get the loan and let you guys know what we're going with. But really, there's not, until like surgery and post-surgery and all that stuff, there's not a ton of updates I can do because I'm not having to go through what you have to go through with insurance, like losing this amount of weight and like, I don't know, diet. Like apparently with what he was telling me was like when you go through your insurance, they give you a wait period. He said most insurance companies have a 6-month wait period. I have Cigna. And my friend has Cigna too, but her plan covered. Cigna isn't against weight loss surgery. And I do meet like the BMI right now. And I also meet a comorbidity. I don't remember what it's called. Basically because I have high blood pressure. And it doesn't matter that I got high blood pressure thinner or that it's genetic. Like it just meets, all the insurance uses high blood pressure. So I would, if our plan actually covered it, but Justin's job specifically got a plan that won't. So Cigna does do weight loss surgery. Those of you that are like looking into it, your insurance might, like a lot do now. I've had 2 doctors tell me that a lot of insurance pay that. You do have a high deductible, but at least for the rest of the year, once you meet your deductible, all your medical stuff is 80% or 80/20 or free basically. And that's the only thing that sucks too, is going through all this and then there's none of it's going towards my deductible because it's not covered by insurance. So I know a lot of you guys had told me that you were so like happy with what you had decided because some of y'all had gone through it and that you're so much happier now and you would do it all over again. And that was really like helpful and made me like really hopeful and everything. And so I appreciate hearing y'all's stories. But yeah, there's not really any like pre stuff, like a lot of vlogs like, oh, this is apparently they have like nutritional appointments and stuff like that. He's going to give me a book on that stuff and I will like meet his nutritionist, I guess, or speak with the nutritionist before surgery and like after and my follow-ups and stuff to make sure like I'm eating, right for my new stomach. But it's not required like months in advance, like with insurance. And I don't have to like do a food diary and I don't have to like lose a certain percentage of weight or anything like that. I only have the liquid diet a week before surgery. So if you're paying cash, that's kind of the deal with that. And I also have been off steroids for 3 weeks now, maybe 3.5 weeks. And I had my appointment a week ago, and at that appointment it had been like 2.5 weeks, and I had already lost 8 pounds. So that's like reassuring. And somebody I know personally was like, well, see, you're already losing weight, you don't need to do this. I was still overweight before steroids, like I just don't want, oh, I just need to come off steroids. Like everything's always been like, a year ago I've been like, oh, I just need to do this, or it just, I would still have issues with my hormones, and I still struggle to lose weight with PCOS. And this isn't a Band-Aid. Like, it's not a miracle thing. I've known plenty of people that have stretched their stomachs right back out and, never lost that much weight. But it's a tool, and it's a tool I want to utilize. And just because I've lost 8 pounds since coming off steroids doesn't mean that I think, oh, I don't need this after all. Like, I've made my decision at this point, and like, I don't know, like, I don't want people trying to talk me out of it. Like, it's not, nobody's gonna talk me out of it. I feel good about it. I feel like I've made the right decision, and I'm excited for the future. So I want to say that. I know because it came from a good place. Like, they're scared. They don't want me to have a surgery, but I'm scared for my future if I don't. Like, struggling to lose weight when I have a heart problem, it's just not a good situation. So, I as much as, it's like any surgery is a risk, but I don't want to put my heart at risk when I have a little boy that depends on me. So yeah, that's my update, and I will make another video when we have financing and talk about that. And then I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.